Hey everyone, so I thought it might be a little bit easier to get on here and kind of just explain Trooper's story to you guys. So I was driving for work like the week before last, and very well could have missed him, but something out of the corner of my eye, I guess, like I saw something moving kind of like over in a ditch area, and I looked and I was like, that's a dog. And so I knew like I had to stop and make sure he was okay. This was a 2-lane backcountry road, no shoulder, nowhere to pull off. So I kept driving until I found a place to turn around, went back, still couldn't get to him, drove the opposite direction, and then back again. Here he is right here. He said, I know you're talking about me. Eventually found like kind of an old cattle guard piece of road that you could pull onto, just enough so that my car wasn't in the street. And so I parked there, walked down to where he was, and that's probably around the time I realized that he was hurt. I tried to throw him like a little snack, a little treat to get him to come to me, and by this point people are driving by and they're like, are you okay? Do you need help? And I'm like, I'm just trying to help this dog. And they're like, is it your dog? And I'm like, no. So a couple people stop and help me. There's this one gentleman who he is a retired military vet, so veteran. So instantly I'm like, thank you for your service, like, already. And he apparently lived around that area, and he said people dump dogs on that road all the time, which is already just heartbreaking. I will never understand how anyone could do that. But he was trying to give me some help, and then a lady was also passing by, and she stopped to help, and we're both trying to pull our cars. I pull my car down more to hers, and we're just off the road as much as we can be, which isn't much. And I'm like, do you think that we're safe here? And she's like, God calls us to be good stewards of the animals, so I'm going to claim his blood over you and me right now, and that's what we're gonna do. And as someone who loves Jesus and loves animals, I'm like, that is the best thing that anyone could have said to me in that moment. And it just felt like God put these people in my life, exactly who he needed to help me get to this little guy. So they helped me. They had to go figure out how to lift him up. He was kind of scared at first, but you could tell he's like, I really want to like people, but I am nervous. And they got him loaded up in my car, and I looked up, and about that time there was like a police officer or a sheriff that was like stopping to help direct traffic, all because this little dog right here, that he's out of frame, but he's still right next to me, you can't see, needed help. And he was like, what are you going to do with this dog? And I was like, I have no idea. So I literally drove around with him in the back of my car while I worked for hours. He got his first pup cup, I'm assuming ever. A little treat from the gas station, and he just rode around with me while I worked and tried to find places to call that would help him. So I didn't really have any luck that day. But I did go ahead and start posting him like everywhere I could and looking everywhere I could, and trying to get in contact with his county animal shelter, because they were closed the day I found him, to try to get any traction on if there was anyone looking for him, anyone missing him, if he had a family, because I would like love to reunite them. I had no luck. And so by the time Saturday rolled around, I took him to my vet that I use for my own dog, to see if he had a microchip. She checked, or they checked, and he did not. And they also checked out his leg while he was there, and he has a completely broken femur, and he is unable to use that back right leg at all. He tries to run around and everything like it's fine on it, and we're like, whoa, you can't do that, but he it's completely broken in two. The bone was split. They took x-rays, and the only two options for him are surgery or amputation. It's not something that you can put a sling on and hope it forms back together. It's definitely not something that can just be left untreated. And she said the only reason that he is doing as well as he is because he's a puppy. He's younger than I thought. I thought maybe he was like 10 months old. He's probably actually only like 6 months old. She said because he's a puppy and because he's a trooper. So little did we know when she said that was going to end up being what his name now is. So either option is expensive, possibly into the thousands of dollars range, especially if we go with surgery instead of amputation. So I am making this GoFundMe in order to hopefully find people that also love animals and want to help. And just give this guy a better start at life than what he's had so far. So anything that you guys can do to help will be greatly appreciated. Any money that doesn't get used will be sent back. If we, find someone that wants to help, or we find lots of people that want to help, either option, either outcome is great. We just need all the help that we can get to give this little guy a better life and an ability to be able to run and jump and play and do all the things that puppies should be able to do. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for reading a story, and thank you guys for taking the time out of your day to help this little guy out. So Team Trooper Train, let's go. Let's see what we can do. Thanks, guys. God bless.